And good morning everybody, and welcome to our first Wrong Bias podcast live streaming effort of 2023. We have returned to one of our favourite clubs, Stanley Indoor Bowls Club. It's our favourite club because we know they've got decent Wi-Fi. We are here for the old DBE annual match against the North, as organised by Stevie Angus. I'm joined in the commentary box by Mr. Bolt. Good morning, kind sir.
I was wondering what you were going to say there.
I know.
I thought you were going to give us a big build up there.
Big build, drum roll, mate, drum roll.
Good morning, everyone.
The game that we're going to be featuring will be the singles, which will feature the DBE's Gary Swift and Stanley's Anne Baggett. Oh, Anne Baggett, is it?
Anne Baggett. I don't think she's going to be very happy about you calling her a loaf of bread, mate.
No, I think mon accent might cause a few problems there.
Anne Baggett. She'll not be loafing around in this game, Rich.
Ka-ching, we're here all day. You don't get this on the BBC. That'll not be the first time you'll hear that this morning. Just to give you an idea of what we're doing, we are streaming this singles game this morning, and due to it clashing with the World Indoor Bowls Championships at Potters, we will be recording this afternoon's game because we don't want to take all the viewers away from the WBT. Otherwise we'll not get invited to do the PBAs with Jason anymore. Anyway, the format of the games are sets, and the singles is 4 balls, 2 sets of 8 ends, and there will only be a 1-end tie break. Playing for the DBE on the mat there is Gary Swift. Gary's been part of the DBE for many years on the circuit. Very familiar face, popular character.
Nice to see a full grain, mate.
It is, yes, it's good. Yeah, there are. I think I'm just looking across. There's a 4s, there's triples, and I think there's a couple of pairs on at the moment. But there's a full grain. Of all disabilities, all ages, all bowlers from local clubs have come here to represent the North. Gary's playing Anne Baggett. I'm going to get that wrong. I'll shift here.
You definitely are.
You'll see Anne's got a patch on her eye at the moment. Got a bit of a problem with her eye.
Could be worse, mate. Anthony Booth Lloyd could be playing.
Oh, Anthony, yes, that well-known lawyer. Don't get us started on that one, for God's sake. We are fresh from Potters, quite literally fresh from Potters last week. We're just busy recovering.
4 stone heavier.
4 stone heavier, and I have to admit that Louise will not be watching, so the service at home's atrocious. The full English breakfast has not been anywhere near me this week.
Judy Clater, right next to us here. Are you managing the team this weekend, Judy?
I can manage myself. They're unmanageable.
I'll take that.
No, come along to see what's going on, see where it's run, because we want to run one in the south. So, provisionally we've got White Knights to Reading.
Great
Run
stuff.
one next year.
Things seem to be progressing really well with the disability bowls as well, Judy.
Yeah, very good. Big intake of them now.
Do you think that the Commonwealth Games was a massive influence on that as well?
Yeah, I think it helped. So, we've done a lot of promotion and been out, trying to get out and about more, seeing people, which is great. You know, word of mouth, getting more and more people involved.
Great stuff. It is, definitely. Definitely, it's said for a long time, it's certainly a classification of the sport that's massively sort of untouched
thing is that it's a game that people can play at whatever level, and find ways to help most people bowl.
Yeah.
We run these taster dates, and it's amazing the number of people that come along who have played bowls but given up because they think they've got mobility issues or something.
Yeah.
And then they realise that with the use of bowling aids and a bit of adaptation, they can keep playing.
Definitely.
And that's got to be a good thing.
Definitely. I know. I think one of the hard transitions as well is for those who have been able-bodied and then need those facilities and bits of equipment. Sometimes it's quite a mentally challenging thing to actually not succumb, but actually understand the fact that it is there to help you. It's not seen as something that's a, you know, it's not a negative that you've got to use that type of thing to still continue to do the thing that you love. It's,
You've only got to look at some of the results. Up at Nottingham last year was a lady in the final of the National Falls who was bowling with a bowling art.
yeah,
You know, one of our own BI players was the final of the National Triples Outdoors.
yeah,
You know, visually impaired, there is no barrier, they can play.
Definitely.
And if it can keep you playing, it's got to be a good thing.
absolutely, totally agree. Yeah, that's great.
And I love it that people underestimate them. So many people underestimate our players, but they are. Some of them are really good. You know, they give you a run for your money.
I mean, we underestimate Stevie Angus just because it's Stevie Angus. To be fair, I mean,
You have to, don't you?
yeah, I mean, we there's a few things we'd like to do to Stevie, but we can't mention them live on air. No, it's
English
just.
translation.
He's a good lad, Stevie. I've known, crikey, it'll be 26 years Stevie been playing now, maybe
Yes,
longer.
he has, mate, yeah.
Maybe even longer, could be 30 years.
Shit.
Birthday,
Well, no, I mean, he's 70, but since mine, definitely, I mean, he's 74. No, he actually started at the club I was at outdoors. Yeah, he's done great over the years.
He just said he's reaching to the DBE high performance games.
Fantastic.
Which is really good, getting a really good trial of it.
Obviously, you don't get into that having a lack of personality then.
I mean, friends.
It's down to personality. It's no other wonder he hasn't been in for years, I'll tell you. He'll know I'm only joking. Honest.
Have we got a lawyer? Have you got the name of a good lawyer there, so a good name.
I am just talking over the trial ends here, aren't I?
You are, mate,
Thank
yes.
God
You
for that.
just having a
Glad
bit
the
of
game
a...
hasn't started. Professional as ever.
Good morning to our two right-hand people, Paul Hartley. I bet he's watching in his Freddie Flintstone onesie in bed on the big telly. And Gillian Hinsley, who'll be hungover, no doubt.
You're completely wrong about Paul. I've seen it. It's a Care Bears one. I room shared with him at Potters.
More of which will come later, I'll tell you. There's a few stories to tell about
I
that.
tell you, that boy can snore.
My God, can he not? Me and Mally couldn't get the kip. Horrendous. He was taught in his sleep. All he kept saying to himself was, well bowled, Paul, what a great ball.
Perhaps somebody else say it.
Yeah. Making up for the lack of what I was saying to him. God's sake, Paul.
So they've just finished the trial ends, I think. They possibly might wait till everybody's
Is it a time,
finished the trial
time
ends.
session as well, Judy? Is
I
it?
think so,
Yeah.
It's a secret. Stevie organises it and doesn't tell
Well, I'm surprised Stato doesn't know you because he knows everything. Have you spoken to Stevie and found out what the details are? Or are you just women? Are you just women it?
It's just women at bit. Just ringing a prayer like we usually do. Somebody will correct us, I'm sure. The beauty of Facebook and YouTube. Somebody will correct you always.
Well, it's been well promoted, Jerry. Anyway, it's been out on social media for over the last few months, so hopefully we'll get a few people coming in. And it's at West Denton tomorrow, isn't it?
West Denton tomorrow, yeah.
Same team, or have you got any others joining?
I believe it's a similar team. I don't know if he's got a few others jumping in and out. I think certainly some young teams they've got other people playing,
Yeah.
which is great.
It is.
Yeah, coming up and seeing them, and that's what we want. We've got a couple of games in York next month, and one at York on the 18th and one at Ipswich on the 19th, and they're both really well subscribed from our side.
Fantastic. It's great.
Get them promoted and get them coming.
Apparently Mr. Hartley's multitasking, mate.
I've just seen.
Yeah,
I've just
great,
seen.
isn't he? Watching Murray on the TV, Potter's on the iPad. I'd hate to see where he's listening to us on the iPhone, mate. I think he'd be in the toilet.
All I'm going to say, Paul, is it's a good job it wasn't on Potter's TV and Richie was trying to sort it out to get the streaming on it, because for somebody who's supposed to be technically minded, crikey, it took the imbecile to just get the clicker and just press a button. There you are, Rich. He was on more wires and all. Honestly, if you'd seen him, it's like Spaghetti Junction. There was wires and everything. Compressors.
He was lying under them blankets, Paul. No word of a lie. Dr. Google was working away. Well, you just press this here. I was on the verge of taking the telly off the wall, checking the cables.
He phoned Potter's 3 times, see if the electric had been cut off.
Complaining. We're going to complain to the reception. Oh, the telly's not working. Get along here now. Davey wants to watch his game again.
Telling me how to switch it on and off. Catch you guys later.
See you later.
Thanks, Jerry.
No problem.
Anyway, let's be serious. There's a game about to start. So Anne Baguette's just about to... Oh, crumbs. They haven't started yet. Like that one. I've only been thinking about that one for 25 minutes.
I was going to say, you primed that one up, haven't you? It'll be a slice of luck. I'm going to come out and going to be everybody. Please go to Disney films. Please come away from food jokes.
Oh, actually, I'm a bit peckish because I haven't had a whole meal since yesterday. Hey, lad, they just roll off the tongue.
Oh dear.
Get this game started, hurry up.
Hurry up. We'll lose the dozen viewers that we've got.
At least the others have started.
You know, 14 minutes into the stream and we've gone down in already.
Well, there was people watching.
It was, I think it was dropping off, mate. So, just waiting for the rest of the rings to finish the trial ends, and then the signals will commence.
We'll stop these daft jokes. But anyway, who do you think will prove to be the best on the day?
Who will rise to the occasion? Who's your do-on? It's a better subject, isn't it? We should have thought of this. We'll have to keep this one for another stream, mate. Will she use a loaf and change your hand? People just turn it off as we speak, mate. The daft lads see you again. Winter it on.
Get back on the BBC.
Oh, we've missed you, folks. We've missed you.
We've already got the hands on the face emojis from Gillian. She switched over. CBBS is on.
And a quick request there. The marker is James David McKinney, and if anybody was expecting him at Dairy Lane for his breakfast this morning, well, there's the lad there. He's not coming. He said he'll see you next Saturday, lads.
With that colour coordination,
Go on, man,
smart
man.
as a dart, doesn't he?
If he stands in front of that sign, we'll just see your head and arms. You dare say what you said before, mind you. Right.
Smart as a dart is.
So here we go. No, we're not. Nearly there. If you've got any questions that you want answering, as long as they're not bread related.
Hashtag Ask Corky.
Ask Corky.
Because we'll not know.
We'll pass it on to Jason. Jason might know.
Right, we're off. Oh, crumbs, she's lost the chocolate first.
Oh, give over, man.
I was saving that crumbs one halfway through the game. She's just gone in first end.
So, mate, it's a good opportunity to promote disability balls, isn't it?
That's great, man.
We did it last year, and I know it was a one-day event last year, and Stevie's managed to get it onto a two-day event. West Denton tomorrow, which
It's good of the surrounding clubs to support it as well, sending some teams over.
yeah.
Was it not Anna who delivered the jab?
No, she didn't, mate. I just let you go on.
I thought it was Anne.
No. I've got to correct you. Anybody's corrected you, so I'll let you go.
Oh, Anne straight in there.
Well played.
Great opening ball.
Anne plays out of the Stanley Club. She was part of the Durham County Athlete Trophy winning squad last year, I think. If she wasn't, well, unlucky.
Pretty sure she was.
I think she was.
We've bigged her up.
I think that's gone downhill. Gary plays out to the Harrogate Club.
So excuse my lack of knowledge here, but are all of the DBE players northern based?
They are. They're from Stanley, West Denton and Gateshead.
The disability balls team.
Oh, the disability ball. Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I mean, I hate to mention the fact that you pulled us up for getting the jack wrong. So
you just deliberately threw us a curveball, really, didn't you? I think the furthest one south is possibly Melton Mowbray, Colin Wagstaff.
where's Louth?
Louth, I don't know. Paul Baker, is that Birmingham way, maybe? Is that Midlands way?
Sure.
Paul from Gary there.
Great ball. Dropped in as well, it might be shot.
Jimmy saying Anne's still shot, otherwise he's give her at LBW. Looks like 1-1 first set.
So let's just have a look. So is it singles, pairs, triples and fours across the green, is it? Singles, pairs, triples. I know I should have done my research before I turned up today, but blatantly I haven't.
You just relied on me, didn't you?
I do.
Sorry, but you rely on me, you've got no chance.
Our friend Kalila just said, I think Paul and Sandra moved up north last year. Sandra Baker and Paul, so we're both at Kalila. If you're listening, where's Louth Indoor Bowling Club, please? I should probably know this, but I don't.
Very line shot, couple of feet short. Umpire for today, Brian Brown.
Have you corrected with this, Gary? Probably enough for a point, I think. Yeah, he's in that. Lincolnshire. Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Stephen.
And just got chucked it.
And started off with an absolute bomb, and she's just
Downhill from them.
she has, yeah.
Put a right old mocker on her.
That hand they're playing there on ring 7's massive as well. It's
There's a concern of whether my cameras is in the way, mate.
a big old hand it is.
I don't know whether we need to move the cameras back a little bit or seem to be going quite close to it.
Kalila's asking, is Tim Swan here today? I don't think he is. Kalila. Not by our list. Richie's list, sorry.
Well, can it be right then? He could be here. Just needs to run, Gary.
Yeah, he's good again here. Down it goes. Yeah, well played. Great balls. Should be 3 on the card here, right? And it is 3 on the board. So how have you spent your last week, mate, after eating and drinking your body weight in food and drink?
I've just gone cold turkey, mate.
I have as well.
I'm sick of cold turkey. God,
The stuffing and the roast potatoes are going down well though, I bet.
oh God, I'll tell you.
Yes, I certainly.
It takes it out of you, mate. That resort. I mean, it's fair play to them.
Is it just me, or is it quite funny that every round that you watch, everybody seems to be getting bigger? You're looking at the players and you're thinking, they've definitely put a couple of pound on since the last game.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever live to see the day that there's only so many full English breakfasts you can have. God. 3-course meals. I say three-course meals. If Roy Castle was still alive, he would be record breakers because you're having a three-course meal in about 12 minutes. I'd like to see the waitresses do a tyre change in Formula 1 because, my God.
Yeah, well played here, Ron. Well played. Kalila says she lost weight this year at Potters. Get out of it. Whatever. It's not possible.
I mean, the bottles of Peroni, yeah, that was enough. I mean, the cappuccinos, the lattes.
Hot chocolates.
You'll be sick of them.
Cream.
You'll be sick of them hot apple spiced tea that you had.
Oh, it's nice.
In fact, they've actually put a plaque on the wall. The only man ever to order one.
I like to be different. So on, action replay on your first. Did this the first end, didn't back it up. Looks on a good line. Are you running? No. Lost all that again.
Part of the team today is Mr. Dan Todner from our way mate.
Your club, Horton?
Yeah.
Well played. Well played.
One of the new additions to the DBE's Bowls Buddies, which do raise money for the DBE. Dan's doing the Great North Run. I see a little advert in the middle of this at the end of the set. I just need to run with this hand. Just undercooked it.
You just sneaked that little pun in there again, didn't you? Or shall I say it? Bun.
Bun.
She'll watch this back and you'll get some grief for calling her baguette.
Oh, she play it tomorrow? Oh, she is. Oh dear. Are you going to get out?
Very close again, eh? Great effort. Great effort. Kalila says she lost £4. I mean, I probably put 6 on after the first 2 days.
God. I think she must have had a chalet far away.
I think she's probably had a dodgy muscle.
Aye, I think it is right, yeah.
I think the first semi-final's on now, I think, is it?
No, it's 1:30 start, mate.
Is it?
It's after both semi-finals and it's the under 25s this morning. Hey, not bad here, Ant.
She got the
Great
jack.
effort here. Oh, what a great try. And one to Gary. I have to say the standard of play at Potters this year, mate's been really high again.
It has. It has.
Some smashing games.
We discussed prior to the tournament, didn't we, about the quality of the qualifiers going there. I mean, the top 16 are all top players, but as it's proved, we've got a 50-50 split, haven't we? Qualifiers and seeds in the semi-finals.
You have, yeah. And I only nominated all 16 qualifiers, I don't believe.
We did.
JP, if he's watching, put the bottlers on Darren Weir straight away, didn't he?
To be fair, he's been beaten by a man who's playing some good stuff.
Oh, he's playing tremendous.
I think you might be right about them camera tripods, you know, they're getting quite close and still
Yeah,
cutting
up
underneath.
this way.
Saying that Paul was just about 2 foot underneath it, and he's got back to centre, so it might be alright. We'll leave that angle on there and have a look and see how close it's going. Yeah, loads of room, man. Loads of room. It's a good guide.
This is a good ride by the looks of this one.
Perfect.
I get it.
He had a cracker here.
Oh, well played,
Ah,
Gary.
well played, Gary. Great ball. No Mary Poppins this morning, Stephen. We've just gone down the bread themed.
Yeah, but I did set them up there, Stephen, because when we mentioned Jason Banks, I was waiting for him to say, "It's Jason Banks, the son of Colin Banks, who was the dad in Mary Poppins." I was waiting for the line of dominoes going over.
I'm thinking if that jack goes off centre, we might have to shift them. Because if that's getting back down to there from just 2 foot under the stand, they're not going to be able to play that hand if jack moves.
I just say, well, it's going to be like Potters, isn't it? If the jack goes off centre there, they're not going to get on
play
the
the
other
hand. I like your selfless attitude.
It's on me.
I think I'm getting up on there.
Oh, guys.
Switch of hand.
Needs to get out. I'll down
Looks
the pace.
a great line. Just needs a length for a point. Good enough, I think. Yep. Well played. Well, I would say, looking at where it's just past our cameras, this line's good. If she's up, I would say she's shot ball. I think she might be just running out of steam, is she?
Yeah.
Might have made second.
Yep, one to Gary. Anybody just tuning in, we're at Stanley Indoor Bowls Club as per the scoreboard behind. And we're giving a little bit of a plug out to the DBE this weekend. They take on their regular challenge against the North. And you're watching the singles between Gary Swift of the DBE against Anne Baggett of the North.
Brian Harris still here? Or has he gone? Because his hospitality with a coffee this morning is abysmal. I'm going to go and find him in a minute. Kind of function on a morning without a coffee. Would you like one, Mr. Mackay?
Go on, we'll have a latte. I'm pining for one.
Skinny latte, sir?
Yes, that's me.
I can't smell any bacon coat in there.
No, there's nothing on. That's not a thing. There you go. Great ball from Gary, another good length. Be close for second for man. For those who haven't been involved with the Disability Bowls England, there are 3 classifications. It's B1 to B4 is for bowlers with a visual impairment. B5 to B8 is for bowlers with a physical disability. And L1 to L3 is for bowlers with learning disability. Bad here from Gary. Well played, son. Cracking ball. I'm sure Kahila will correct us. I think each player might get classified into the right section every year. I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody will correct us if I'm wrong. You need to pace on, you need to run. Just lacking that 4 feet really. I don't think Gary likes it. So on. Yard to get second, 2 foot to get shot. Well, the line's decent, and have you chucked it, love? I'm not sure. Need to run. Good for second. Oh man, here. What a ball. What do I know? Commentator's curse again.
You falling wrong again?
I was, yeah.
Harris is still here now, you know.
One of them operating. Trying to get the staff mate. We are sitting in front of the Brian Harris stand at Stanley. I did say it, I'm pleased to see that's not the Brian Harris Memorial stand.
Do you recognise them, mate?
Oh,
We haven't had one of them for about a week.
been pining for them biscuits. Somebody kept slipping them in my glasses case. 1 to 1. We go into end number 6. of 8. They are playing 2 sets of 8.
Do you want sugar?
No, I'm sweet enough as I am, mate. Thank you very much.
So do you want sugar?
I was just mentioning about the 3 different classifications, mate, for the disability
I
board.
thought you must have been discussing. I saw Kalila had answered a couple of questions there. I don't know if you've seen them.
Apparently there's a 4th classification. It's unclassified, which Karina, she's going to kill me. Keep getting our name wrong. I think you've got to go with the blindfold on, mate, haven't you, to try to replicate?
Well, it's the disability and inclusion course that we do. Obviously, we've got glasses that some have got part vision, some have got fully blanked out vision, etc. And it's, it's so disorientating. I'm hopeless with stuff like that. I went and did a. You remember that game show where there was all the daft blow up things and?
Are you sure that was a late night show that you were watching?
No. Apart from that one, there was another one, game show, where it was like an assault type course back in the sort of 80s. Him who got locked up man used to present it.
Who got locked up? We can't say a name in case he didn't.
No, he did. He used to commentate on it. But,
Not It's a Knockout.
It's a Knockout, that's the one, where they used to do the big assault course.
Oh, yes, sir.
So I went to work one day and did this It's a Knockout thing, and I had to put this big massive penguin suit on, which you couldn't see. And obviously, you had to try and, I can't remember what you did, but I'm not joking, I ended up about 300 yards away from where I was supposed to be, because I just must have been spinning around all that. I could hear all these voices shout at us, but I just didn't have a clue.
I'll have to see if there's any pictures of you in that penguin suit.
Yeah. It's a Knockout, that was the one. I was totally couldn't see a thing, and I ended up miles away. And you feel as if you're going in the right direction, you know, but anyway, getting back to the glasses, yeah, it gives you a good understanding as to what it's actually like to be standing on a bowls mat and bowling your ball without full sight or partial sight.
2 great balls from Gary. And the 2 there.
Is it 7 end sets?
8 ends.
8 ends.
One more.
I know all these things, I'm just asking you the questions so you can tell the viewers.
Prompt. And then they come back and say you're wrong. He's wrong again. Okay, it's pretty useless. Anyway, mate, it was nice for the 2 of us to get a little crack in the commentary box down at Potters. It was an unexpected surprise.
Unexpected for all of those who want to listen to us.
I think it was a culture shock, because
I think personally it's obviously it gets into the latter stages and there's more consistency there, but in those early rounds I think it was really good to have multiple different combinations and different people in the commentary box. It's just different opinions and not listening to the same voice over and over. I get sick of listening to my own voice, and I talk a lot.
That's why we do a podcast, mate. If we didn't do a podcast, you'd be talking to yourself. Generally, you are talking to yourself in the podcast. Let's change the length there, we'll go a bit of it.
So I see we've got the format down here, so you can see what they're playing. So it is 2 sets of 8 ends, you're right. So how does it work overall for the team? Can it go down to shots? Or?
You get 2 points per set, 1 point each for a drawn set and 1 point for a tiebreaker win.
I'm presuming you've got to play all of your ends because it could come down to shots.
I don't think it goes for shots. I don't think so. We will find out at any moment. Good reply from man. So did you enjoy your Potter's experience, mate?
No,
I'm sure we'll discuss it on the podcast a little bit further, like, but
you can't not really.
playing wise.
Yeah, you can't not really. It can be massively frustrating, but you just can't not enjoy it.
Need to get a grab.
I think one thing it certainly did confirm with the different commentary there across the week is, we've said it all the time, you can't please everybody all of the time, because the amount of people who just twist and whinge about various people.
God,
why are they doing this? Why are they doing that?
Well ball, Gary.
Well played. As we've always said, mate, the volume button's free.
It is. Turn it off. Put the subtitles on.
Oh, the subtitles are worth the comedy alone.
Libelous. Well, not bad here.
Great effort. Grand effort. So that'll be that for the set. Unless they do have to play for shots, but
Yep, Jimmy just keeping them right there.
yep, start of the second set. Just a discussion as to who gets the jack in the second set. I would presume whoever won the toss, the other person will get the choice in this set. Would be my thoughts. Finding out, Jimmy's just gone to find out what the score is with regards who gets the jack, second set.
One done. Right, yep, okay.
I think my favourite comment of the week, mate, was, who do these two think they are, like the hairy biters of balls, with the inane commentary? So I looked up what inane meant, and it actually said two great looking guys with hilarious commentary. I couldn't believe it.
Did it?
It did.
What's the chance of that
I
happening?
know, unbelievable. Inane. I've never heard the word before.
Shove that in your pipe and smoke it, whoever put that comment down. We've got broad shoulders, but I'll tell you what, you get it back. You'll get it back 10 times over. The poor folk on the BBC mightn't be able to reply, but you'll get it back off us. With cream on top.
Sue us for everything we're worth.
Very right.
You'll be skinned.
You'll be too right. We'll send you one of our t-shirts and a couple of stickers.
I was going to say, I've got some of the old stickers. We'll send them the skinny ones.
The skinny white, the originals, not the big fat ones.
The stickers have sort of grown with our belly throughout the podcast, haven't they?
Yeah.
Great, they'll be covering the whole ball next year.
It reflects. This reminds me of a conversation that we had doing a late night live stream. We were sitting there topless with stickers on various parts of the chest.
See, now I know we haven't got many watching this morning because they're obviously watching Potters. But see, I've put this out to Richie about doing a no holds barred midnight show.
Went downhill, didn't it, mate? The ideas.
I think it'd be a great idea. No holds barred. No bleeping out swearing, no nothing. Get me on that stove box. Redundant Monday morning.
Sorry, Mr. Buzz. Gary just went a little bit longer with this jack than he wanted. Just caught himself out.
Hands close again here. It's close to the jack, I think. Yeah, well played. So adjustment needed by Gary. Kalila will sort that out for you, no problem at all. Just drop us a message with your address, and I'll get them away Monday for you. Mind you, judging by Royal Mail at the minute, you might get them by the 28th.
Might get them by the 28th, but I don't know what the month. You want to hang on, Gary?
However, being an ex-postie, I stand by them 100% for what they're striking for. Don't know if you've seen any of the videos with the CEO, have you?
I haven't, mate, no.
Great. He was in Parliament the other day, they were absolutely tearing strips of him. Well, in the area again, you just need to clear road here, you should get back. Clear that ball, you've got to be close. Oh, just thinned it on the way. Maybe a little bit over the pace as well. One on the board. Oh, crikey, somebody's put a couple of pieces of coal on the fire, haven't they? Sweating like a baboon's backside, eh?
Couldn't have gotten away with that last week. I'm sorry, it would have been cut off. There'd been a silence in the company box. There'd been a scuffle. Come on, you two, out. Get out.
WBT director dragging us out by me collar.
I had to laugh because when I went on with the first company, went on with Graham Irvin Cole.
Yeah.
And he's smashing. I've never met him before. Scotland. He's a singer and a bowler, and he's absolutely fantastic. And I said, mind you, what you see is what you get. And I think he was a bit concerned at some of the comments I was coming out with. Well, there, we cracked on just like this.
Me and Artie were howling, man. First time you went on, we were absolutely howling. Like I said, you're the only man I know who can get plinkety plonk, clippity clop, 2 or 3 others into a sentence in the first sentence of your interview, of your commentary. Heebie-jeebies.
Heebie-jeebies. Trying to come out with the old DS. It needs a bit DSS here. Winging a prayer.
See, that's my thoughts for a new book. Obviously, once my management one's done,
yeah,
we'll have to do a Cian's book.
Aye, Cian's in balls.
Yeah.
There was one, mind you, that was sent in that I was a bit concerned about because it was called a curry fister. I had a late night one or something. Somebody set us up there. Still went out.
So we'll have to remember that one. When you're hot, when you're playing balls, sweating like a baboon's backside. Hashtag baboon's backside.
That's another one for us, another hashtag.
We've definitely got to get some t-shirts, man. That'll be a good t-shirt,
Oh,
wouldn't it? Get big red butt
on the back.
It's wrong bias written across the front of it.
It'd have to be 5XL though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't get the same effect on a small or a medium.
We'll put something like "Life's an Ass." Listen to the Wrong Bias podcast. A big baboon's butt on the front.
Need to get out that.
Just over the pace again, man.
Well, it's a cunning plan. Cause
I was going to say, if that jack was 4 foot back, she'd have 3 right on top of it. She's got 3 in a triangle, right in the back there. Good ball again, eh, from Gary. Doing 2 jobs, covering the back and scoring. Well played. Well played.
Oh, you need to get within the yard out.
She doesn't look a mile away here if she runs. She's definitely making second. Yeah, that's a great effort. Good second ball. Gary was chasing that ball there. He was having a look to try and turn that ball away for 4. Thought he might have just drawn in again for 2. So 1 on the board. 1's apiece after 2.
For those that have just tuned in, we are still at Stanley watching the Disability Balls event. I see in their annual challenge match against the North. You're watching a singles tie between Gary Swift of the DBE and Anne Baggett from Stanley. There is a game on this afternoon which we will be recording and uploading onto our YouTube channel, so we don't clash with the World Indoor Championships at Potters. We're also at West Denton tomorrow, and I think it's probably about the same format. Keep your eye open to see if we're doing a live one in the morning or whether we just record both of them. We will put links on for the YouTube channel at the end of the day, so the players can watch back and members of the DBE can watch it. Of course, we were here last year, mate, and we had Bob Love.
We did. Did the first singles game, didn't we?
Brian Poulter from Gateshead. It was a tremendous game of balls as well. And managed to hang on for a shot there.
Yeah, struggle all that one now. That line down there, Gary, it swings like the clappers.
Another good ball from Anne, 9 a couple. We did put a question out last night, mate, on the old Facebook page.
Got a great response, didn't
A
it?
tremendous response. If you've watched the Jason Greenslade and Jason Banks game, you'll have seen that Jason Greenslade used up all his timeouts, and he actually timed out due to a couple of noises in the crowd, and after a discussion he was allowed to play his ball, so we put the post out to see whether you thought he should be allowed to play his ball or whether he should have given it up, and it's been 50-50, mate, I would think.
I actually didn't see it. Got to admit, I didn't see the
Result here, Gary.
That's a great habit. Fractions. Great habit. No, I didn't actually see what actually happened, but I know there was a bit of a discussion about the shot clock, and I sort of sent a reply to Alan Thornhill, who was answering some questions on the Facebook channel. But I think it needs looking at. Personally, I think it needs looking at. I think it's my thoughts, and I mentioned it in the car on the way back, is I'll be lucky if I use 5 seconds of my first 3 balls. So there's 25 seconds per ball that I'm not utilising in my allocated time across the end, which then I'm restricted to basically I've got 20 seconds to make a decision and run back up the green. And I sort of agreed with what somebody said yesterday. I think it takes away a little bit from the interaction potentially of the players in the crowd as well, because they're so rushed to get back and play the ball. You don't maybe get the opportunity to see what the player's thinking. I totally understand why it's there, because they want to keep play ticking over.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of the newer lads, there's not many slow players amongst them. There's not many. And
I mean, if you're there will be nothing stopping a player, and we saw it. You know, we talked about Jason Banks. We saw his sister last year, Carla, literally used every single second of her 30 seconds for every ball, didn't she? For whatever reason, she slowed her delivery right down, and she was having people on the edge of the seats because she was getting down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds before delivering her ball. So if you're able to utilise that 2 minutes across an end and the game still flows, then my thoughts would be give the player 2 minutes an end, and that clock ticks down from the first ball that you bowl, and it's stopped as soon as your ball stops, and then you utilise your 2 minutes whichever way you want to. Don't know about you, there was a lot of discussion in the pairs, and I didn't think it affected the flow in any way, did it?
no, I think there was a lot more walking up in the pairs than the singles. I just think you shouldn't, in the pairs, you shouldn't be allowed to go up until your last ball.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think that would cut out a lot of the times where people go up after the, I mean, it's only 2 ball pairs, but after the 3rd ball people go up, you go for your last ball, fair dues and what have you.
Yeah.
The incident with the 2 Jasons, I was sitting watching it, and I thought that Jason Greenslade might have just said, just give the ball up. Myself personally, I know I've been down to Potters and you can't hear the back end of a fart down there. You drop a paper clip and it echoes around the place. You open sweet wrappers, you've seen them where they're coming off the mat, and I do understand it now. I haven't been down there. But
the back end of a fart was so good. Our sayings are tremendous, aren't they? You can hear the back end of a fart.
But I thought Jason Greenslade would have, once the clock went down, he still had 3 seconds and he stopped twice. I thought he might have just said, sorry, yeah, I'll give the ball up. And fair play to Jason Banks, he was put in a position which I think knocked him off his stride a little bit, because he dropped the 4 the following end.
Right.
And he says, yeah, there was a noise, fair play to the lad. But I think the time clock's there for a reason, and I would have took the ball off him. Or I would have done the thing where you realise clock's gone down, there's my ball.
Yeah.
Because I put the umpires in. The umpires were looking at each other saying, well, what are we going to do here?
I mean, I would presume that's the first time in this tournament that the buzzer will have gone off for running out of time. I don't think I've seen another game with the buzzer going off, have you?
I'm not sure, because somebody put a comment on saying that it happened earlier on and they set a precedent. I don't know. Somebody will probably clear that up.
But one thing I'll certainly say, and we've said this for a couple of years now, the WBT have certainly listened to a lot of feedback and the PBA for that matter, have listened to a lot of feedback over the last couple of years and acted on it where it's been able to be acted on. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if there's any discussions about the shot clock for next year.
I'm just gone wide. Chance for Gary to crack a 3 in here. If we were in the commentary box, we'd say 3 to Gary here, and we'll end up putting 2 on the board.
I'm going to say 100%.
Come on.
He is going to play his forehand now that I've seen him on the mat.
50,
And he's going to draw this.
That wrong. You're getting that wrong straight away. You see him on the mat.
Gary, please draw this shot.
Gone wide. Needs to run.
Oh, Gary, no.
Oh, he needs to run, mate.
No, he's in, man.
He's not.
He's in all day. Oh, yeah, he is.
He's not, man.
He is, man. He's in all day. 3 shots.
He snuck in.
Oh, yeah.
Never in doubt. Yep, 3 it is.
3 confirmed.
So we go to end 5 of 8 in this set.
Now I'm just looking at this format
Come on then.
and I've got a question.
Oh well.
So it says
Hashtag Corky.
2 points per set win,
Yeah.
1 point each for a drawn set,
Yeah.
1 point for a tie-break win.
Yeah.
So does that mean you benefit from going into a tie-break? Or can you not?
One. You can't. You can't really, because you get 1 point for your drawn set, and then you get 1 point.
So if
for
you
the
win
tiebreak,
2-0,
so
you will
only
get 4
2.
points. If you were to win
Yeah.
on a tie-break, you only get 3.
The bit on the bottom.
4-0, 3-1 or 3-2. I get you.
There you go, mate. You're educated.
Fantastic.
Decent length from Gary. Better breathe in, mate. Cameraman's here. You up, man? I've got blue here.
If I stick my arms up on the top of the chairs, you won't be able to see me moobs. Stretch the moobs out. I've got all the camera techniques now. Take the picture from above your head, doesn't show your 3 chins. Lift your arms up, doesn't show your moobs. Cover your face, doesn't scare anyone.
Turn off the volume. You can't offend anybody. So hats off to the Stanley Club for supporting the event. They supported it last year. They've been really good to let them hold the event here today.
Mr. Arkley's always and ever present at these events as well. He's always there supporting the club, playing for the teams.
It's only 56. 7. Only 57 or 58. We pulled us up the other year, didn't he?
He did. I think he's 58 maybe.
I'm coming up to have a look. While Anne comes up, just
Scott Morland says he'll be there later on, get the cheesecakes in. Have we got time to pack up?
just like to post that little picture there. That's the event is in memory of a late member from Durham, Craig Dalton, who sadly passed away at Christmas. Our thoughts are with his family. I know he was well thought of within the DBE.
Speak will it take it okay?
Is that right? We talk a load of rubbish anyway, man, don't worry about it.
No, it's good.
He's standing in front of the head there. I'm just trying to find a camera.
Yeah, not really. I think it's
Shauna
will have tiptoed on there, so she'll have just been standing at that point. But, it's yeah, great. We've just been talking about it there actually. Aye, the result could have been nicer, but aye. The worst part is I said to the lads after, I says I wouldn't mind if Stewie was like horrible, but he's a nice lad and all, so I couldn't even be nasty and call him. But he's a great lad, Stu. I think we're competing with Potter's under 25s is on this morning, so a lot of people will be watching Potter's this morning. But it gets recorded and it'll go up on our platform, so people will have a chance to watch it back if they want to watch it as well. So
That's just slow.
just shows the swing on that hand down on that 8 side of 7. It's massive, massive swing.
Just got a new one. Don't know how to use it yet. So, and probably down your backhand, drop your couple of balls in.
Yeah. She's possibly lying 2 anyway, isn't she? Gary's other ball on Jack High ball's just dropped out as well, so she doesn't really want to touch on the Jack. She's going to be close to it as well. She doesn't want to touch on the Jack. Oh dear. If it was 2, it's only 1 now. Unlucky because it was a good ball.
So 1-1. Now, we did mention earlier on that we've got Bo's buddy on here, so he's a little bit of advert which I was supposed to play at the end of the first set.
Let me introduce you to Dan Todner. Dan has been bowling for over 20 years in the Sunderland area. He is the latest addition to the DBE Bowls Buddies family. In 2023, Dan will be running in the Great North Run for the 10th time. He is raising funds for the Disability Bowls England, so if you have any loose change or money down the back of the sofa, be a star and donate it via the crowdfunder page. The link will be provided shortly.
So if you can donate, if you've got any shekels down the back of your settee or what have you, all the funds go to the DBE. Dan doing the Great North Run. That's the crowdfunder page.
Apologies, Susan McIntosh, I didn't see your comment there. Good morning. Well played on. Shot ball. Well, Gary, all about strength. I think you're under the Jack, but you might get to the shot ball. And you have, well played. And wants a similar ball to our last one on the last end. Trail that Jack in for 3. Looks on a better line. Are you up, Anne? Oh, great effort.
It's getting a bit warm in here now, mate.
Telling you. I've got to take my big coat off.
Scarf, I'm sitting here with my scarf and my woolly hat on. People think I've got grey, it's actually a grey woolly hat.
Frost.
Frost.
It was frosty this morning, mind.
It was.
From the top of the car, looked like I had a wig on. All the frost was standing up. Very close,
You get a
Gary.
grab,
Have you got
Gary?
that ball solid?
Ah, well
That's a
played.
great ball, well played. 3 for that. Could be a big end in the context of this set. Big ball needed from Anne. Oh, she's running at this a touch, I think, is she? She certainly looks up. Certainly looks up.
She's been tuning in next week. Oh, got the wrong side of it.
Yeah, still 3. Big chance for a full house here for Gary. Probably ties up the potentially the match. 2 lines remaining. Always nice to see Rishi Prasad on the BBC as well, mate.
He is,
Fond
yes.
memories of our podcast we did with him.
Yeah. He's a good front man, mate, for these kind of smaller sports, but he does the racing as well, doesn't he?
He does,
He's,
yeah. Always comes across really well, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Gary, line's certainly good. Need a slower touch, I think, or catch your own ball. Well, no damage done. Still 3. Two, 3 she's dropped in this set this way, isn't it?
3 it is, so we go on to end 7 of 8. If I was a betting man, I might put £1 on Gary now. Or each way, 50 pence each way.
Without any disrespect to Gary, I've never wanted Anne to pick up 2 2s to win this set as much in my life now. The Mackay mockers.
Hey, I've still got 2 qualifiers going the World Championships.
Yeah,
Out of
aye, out of
16.
16, aye.
Be interesting to see how the seedings, the ranking list
Going to be a big change, isn't it?
develops,
Big
isn't
shuffle.
it, at the end of the season. I mean,
Might be.
I can't see being
I think-
massive changes in the top, but the gap maybe might close.
I don't know, I think 15 and 16 might be close. Simon, I don't know what Simon was on, but he was...
Simon and Darren, I suppose, Darren Burnett.
Yeah. I mean, Jamie and Jason will both be guaranteed 30. Is it 30 points they'll have now? winning 3 games, 10 points for that. I think it would be. I think it might be 30 points. I'm not sure.
I mean, even our mate Alex might be looking over his shoulder.
He had a good run in the Worlds last year, though, didn't he?
That would be interesting. If ever Paul and Alex dropped out of the top 16, do you think they would try to qualify again? Or do you think they've sort of like been there, done it, bought the t-shirt? It'd be an interesting question.
I think it's an interesting question of a few that's been in that top 16 for a lot of years, to be honest.
That's what they.
I mean, Les dropped out, didn't he? And went back through the qualifying system, got back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Dave Gawley and Merv have been there a lot of years. Will they trail around to qualifiers? Obviously, with David living out in Spain as well, it's going to be hard work. I don't think he's anywhere near dropping out at the moment, like
No.
Mr. Gawley. It's a hard old slog, mate, that's for certain.
They need to get a lift.
Just over the pace.
And
bit of a
Ryan,
chance for Anne
one
here.
of the two that you said.
I think it's a strong chance you could make 3 with it. 2 more big balls.
Just a quick mention. Did you know that the club got broke into?
Well, I didn't notice the doors as I came up, and I thought, is that just a security change? They come in through there, did they?
Yeah. Came in the fire exit and smashed the old bandit up.
Is that what they've come in for, is it?
I'm sure with Stanley being a close-knit community, they'll be found.
Yep.
Tarred and feathered.
Just over the pace on. And she's dropped off. Can't quite see it, but she's just dropped off there. I thought for a second there, mate, I thought you were going to say they broke in and they brought the terror lights in and just wanted to roll up.
I think the whiteys just wanted close to the white, Gary.
Oh, what a ball this is, Gary.
He's got it. Even got a
Well
clap off
played.
Jimmy.
Well played.
Well,
That would be that. If this doesn't change. We only tie the second set, which is no good, so she needs to get the shot here.
got that back blue ball. So on, he'd have a little double for this white here for 2.
Draw the shot's good enough, isn't it? Draw the shot and back herself to get a 4 on the last end. 3 on the last end even. That's what she's looking at, I think. I love the fact that she's more concerned about picking the mat up than watching that ball.
Well, is she getting down to it?
No, it's a great effort.
Good try.
Great effort.
So that should be that. Gary Swift takes the game 2 sets to love. Well ball to both. It was a good game, good example for disability balls.
Yeah,
So
well
thanks
played,
for
Gary.
watching, the few people that were there. It will be uploaded to the YouTube channel. We're recording this afternoon's game and probably the 2 games tomorrow. Thank you very much. If you can hang fire for just a couple of seconds. There'll be that advert again, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks, folks.
Let me introduce you to Dan Todner. Dan has been bowling for over 20 years in the Sunderland area. He is the latest addition to the DBE Bowls Buddies family. In 2023, Dan will be running in the Great North Run for the 10th time. He is raising funds for the Disability Bowls England, so if you have any loose change or money down the back of the sofa, be a star and donate it via the crowdfunder page. The link will be provided shortly.